Yo, okay. Is this thing on? Dang it, the monster energy's starting to die out. Like a beautiful sun flailing and becoming a supernova. And oh my god, this music is too loud for my dumb art. It's like low. Okay, maybe it's that there we go. Now I can actually hear myself think. Still kind of ADDing on me DTE on the so okay, basically uh I've been wanting to do this for a while. My legs just don't work that well cuz funny herniated disc. I used to think it was sciatica, blah blah blah, but long story short, I'll have plenty of time to be glued to the screen because I can't really do anything else. It's really convenient how my legs only don't hurt when I'm just sitting my ass down. It's completely fine then. But if I lay down, pain. If I walk, lots of pain. If I stand, whoo, whoo, don't let me stand. I can't stand to stand. But you don't care about that. Let's be real. Let's be for real. Let's be blah. Let's check out the chat and what you guys are saying in chat. Gay stream, that's gotta be. I'm sorry. What do you mean gay stream? Okay, maybe it is slightly homosexual. Don't bully me. God. Okay, so what's in the list? We're going to see. I'll just make that a surprise, but let's see what the first one on the doc. Well, actually, I have these images right here. It'll be easier just to. Here's the main ones I got right here, and a couple that I personally just want to throw in there. Okay. Let's make these kind of small-ish. Internicion Cube, the Murder Drone's predecessor. Oh god, Pomni jump scare. Ed's World. That's a classic. Someone really wanted to see Irma, I guess, so I'm putting in Irma here. Someone kept requesting that one a bunch. The Frollo Show. I'll explain that one. So the Frollo Show, that's going to be one that most people don't know. On the other hand, I think everyone knows that one. Can you hear me and can you hear the music? Oh god, I hate this thing. Oh, I hate that one. Interstellar Ranger Commence is okay. We'll deal with that. Damn, I forgot what that one even was. What was that one again? It's called Krugston. Okay, that one has a little bit going on. Lackadaisy. Oh god, that's a terrible quality image. Monkey Wrench, right there. I still can't believe I haven't seen episode 4 of that yet. Murder Drones was right there. Yep, there's Spooky Month. Chills Melons. It's the Spooky Month. Haha, funny Spooky Month. Uh, I don't know why that's the image I chose for Ungazelig. Ungazelig. I fucking hate that image I chose. Salad fingers. Some of these I want to harken back to like some of like when I was a kid for some of these because like people talk about the whole indie boom, indie renaissance, and it's gonna mostly be needing to go strictly indie if you want to actually create something. Because I think the corpo fuckers are gonna just do a bunch of evil AI. It's gonna internation all over my drone. Oh God! Speaking of something negative. Oh, I don't think I've seen much of that one. Okay, that's Starbarians from Harry Partridge. I have some interesting things to say about that. How many did I upload here? Here's the stick figure stuff. Those are stuff that everyone knows actually, or at least they did back in the good old days. Let me see what chat says. Skibbity SML. What do you mean? Frollo show? Yep, the Frollo show. The Frollo. These selections, I think I selected these a few months ago because they were a mixture of really mainstream ones and stuff. I don't know why I put Krugston there. I think I saw one episode and I kind of forgot. But I remember it being vaguely cool, but it also just not having much of an impact plot wise. It's visually cool. I can definitely say that. Can I switch screens for visual aid? Let me see. Let's just do that actually. Let me look at Krugston. Man, there's a lot more episodes than I thought. Where is it? One sec. Krugston episode 2 has just been released 3 months ago, and I can't even see episode 1. Buffles? Krugston. Okay, there we go. And there's an ad. You know what? I'm not dealing with this. Krugston. I'm just going to put it there. I can't with this right now. This is not a good start to the stream. Okay. I guess I'm not dealing with ads for visual aids because I'll get visual aids. And yeah, let's just get some of these out of the way. Once again, you guys can request whatever you want to get in these if it makes sense. In terms of stuff that I don't really have much to say, Super Mario Logan, I guess technically counts because puppets count. And I think it's funny because this is definitely one of those things where it feels like it's kind of bad on its own, but then there's just like some weirdly obsessive haters and then an entire reviewing community. And it feels like, okay, the 14-year-olds are compensating that they're not into the stuff they were into when they were 9 anymore. You're so cool. But either way, I don't really give a shit. I did see their weirdo, really disturbing, like Halloween episode that felt like was it a like one of their episodes. Like it wasn't just like kind of edgy. It like became a fucking Saw movie. It was actually like whoa. Like it became a genuine Saw movie. I liked that episode, but other than that, no, this is just kind of baby trash. I think Eddsworld is the only series that has gone through genuine seasonal rot. Not like they make a decision that's bad or they go in a bad direction. No, it just genuinely lasted too long. The creator died a few years back, and then they continued it, and that fucking phone, like, swear to God. Bro, that phone. Pick it up. Could someone else pick it up? Oh my God. Oh, where did I put it? Prepare. Well, I mean, basically, SML is at the bottom. I like the very bottom is like it doesn't even really count at that point. It's about as bad as I can really rank an indie thing in good faith because it's just very. It does feel kind of corporate and just like he's just going through the motions. It's not like I don't really find it offensive or anything. For Eddsworld was an oldie. It was like a very good, just like PG-13 series of just wacky adventures that were comedic. And the ending, though, didn't really make a lot of sense, and just the ending got its own fandom on its own. It was a good ending. It was more dramatic than the rest of the series and butchered towards character for like no reason. I'm going to kill some. Anyways. Like I memed about the phone being annoying in the savannah video I did, this Vanna XYZ video I did like a year or two ago. But oh my god, it's just, that thing always goes off when I'm recording something. It's never useful. But it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. I would put Ed's World in good TV quality. However, the owners of the IP keep continuing it, and they keep continuing it unnecessarily after the ending they made that was good. It keeps getting a bit worse. It doesn't need to still keep going. You got that like hundreds of episodes under an indie budget. And it's like it's kind of like Futurama tier writing before, but now it's just like please, please stop. We don't need to see a Gooner gender bent of these three every few months. That's like weirdo stuff. Like, I'm gonna drop it to good because of that. Like the seasonal rot has been kind of bad. Oh god. And oh my god, that's not what I want to grab. Damn you for being a PNG, and I have to be so careful. I have to grab the yellow head. The stick figures is kind of tough to judge because, like, in TV shows, like, you can judge them as TV shows. You only sometimes get experimental, but the internet's mostly experimental. This is from the biggest one who's been making these stick figure action animations since, like, '08, and it's an entire genre. I don't even know what's whose anymore. All you can really judge it on is the creativity of the premise of like what stick figure, what program or website the stick figure is going to destroy while fighting each other, and how fluid the fighting animation is. So, by default, it's not TV level. It can't be. Unfortunately, I like it. I like it a lot more than the TV stuff. But like objectively speaking, it's more of an animation test, even though they do have a bit of a story. But it's like it's obviously an engine for the store. Oh, for ones. Okay, sorry about that. Blah. Oh my god, it's Super Seuss Gaming from. He likes to scrape his car with a grill brush. Um. Hello, Super Seuss Gaming gamer. I don't know who this dumbail is, but I think this dumbail character might have canceled you. Ironically, now, like apparently I somehow got 30,000 subscribers. I don't really know how that happened, and 4 viewers. Great stuff. I love that subscribers. Okay, people are gonna want fundamental paper education at some point. Okay, I better do that. I mean, anyway, Super Sis Gamer, you better just like leak whatever dumbass shit I said as under the smart aleck alias out of context and cancel me and get 1 trillion cancel bucks on X.com or whatever. uh, fundamental. Why would you post that? Why? Okay, now for the one that's on my channel, Sigma Balls. Fundamental paper education. Ooh. Can I just paste it? I can. I can just paste it from the internet. Thank you, God, for proxy files. Oh my God. First of all, I just gotta move some of the ones I haven't even selected yet away. Okay, everyone wants the fundamental paper education. So, first of all, this isn't even like fundamental paper education wasn't even supposed to be canon, quote unquote, to Katie's Katieverse, which is now dubbed as, and it definitely isn't now. In terms of a interesting uh opener. It is pretty good at that. And I guess I've seen it's definitely grown on me. It is a little angsty. It is a little angsty and edgy because it was made by a 16-year-old somehow, but yet the stylizations, like having two styles kind of mastered, really impressive. And I didn't really realize just how sad and depressing it was. And it kind of just, it does make you want more. So I guess I could, I'll throw it in good TV quality. Fuck it. It's over Ed's World. And there's definitely no bias involved in that. This. Oh my god, Rao's card is crashing out in the comments section. Oh my god. And I'm seeing it on my screen. I'm just putting it in good TV quality as he's crashing out. I just noticed that. That's so funny. Oh my god. He's just crashing out. I don't even know why he hates fundamental paper education so much. He literally only joined because of it. And then just made it his life's goal to hate on it. I don't understand. He just talks about shit that no one told him to see. Like, why, bro? Like, no one wants you to see that. You don't need to tell us about the crap the fandom does, okay? No one asked you, bro. He's How many times have you unsubbed to my channel? Wait. He ate 3 bowls. Why'd you eat 3 bowls of chili? Yes. You can't learn without mistakes. You joined for this frog? What frog? You can't learn without mistakes. What, Uncle Spammed and you're like 12 or some shit. I don't know. No. What the fuck? Or I guess you say you're 18, but I really doubt that. Anyways, let's keep milking the popular shows. I already made Moon Melon crash out. I mean, I already made Raux's card crash out. Now, what about Spooky Month? I'm sorry. You guys are gonna hate me. I can't really. I'm putting it in the it's indies category. It's. I'm sorry. Let me explain. Let me explain Moon Melon and others because I know this one's popular. So one issue with it is like it kind of soft rebooted midway through. The first 4 episodes were kind of fast paced, a little cheaper. I mean, SM puppetry counts as animation, sadly. Anyways, no, it can because this isn't just about like how entertaining it is. It's about like comparing it against like TV competitors. So the reason why is like as like individually the episodes are entertaining, but then it's like there's this like the first 4 episodes were like SpongeBob like zany Serpello impersonates all the kids and all the monsters and it's all zany. And then the next 4 episodes like they kind of tread over the exact same characters but they then make all the villains they're making all the villains randomly really intimidating and serious, but it's the same villains and I can't even tell if it's like a soft reboot. And watching them together it is so confusing because the first half is just like the same as the second half, but the first half is almost like a parody of the second half, but they kind of maintain continuity, but they also just bring back these villains that were killed. It's like imagine if like I don't know, first few seasons of SpongeBob, they had Bubble Bass they had they have Bubble Bass, they have that pickle guy, they have Plankton, they have the Dirty Bubble, they have Man Ray. They're all goofy. And then the next season, it's like, SpongeBob, how could you let Man Ray go? Man Ray, he's killing all the civilians. This is serious now. I'm sorry. It's really it's just very odd. Like that's why it's weird, because it's like I can't tell if they're doing a soft reboot, but they're going through the same characters with it and the same plot lines with a different tone, but it's also kind of a continuation, but the tone is completely different, and now it's all about lore. It's like not entirely about lore. They're like developing the characters. Like it is getting a bit more mature, but it's kind of confusing because it retroactively makes like I can't really take these antagonists seriously when the entire joke was like they're idiots who are getting tricked by children, basically, by even stupider children. Who is KJ's animation? I don't know who KJ is. But yeah, that's probably one of my hotter takes. But honestly, I'd be willing to move it up if someone just gives me a fucking explanation for like what exactly is going behind the scenes, and if it's like I'm supposed to treat them differently, okay, I can do that. If they are supposed to be the same series, or maybe if there's some time loop thing, then I don't know. Well, I'm not putting, if that's an object show, I'm not putting a fucking object show on here. I'm being too harsh. I've never seen an object show, but it seems like it's already kind of childish. But like that's just like that's kind of like Dory. That's kind of like SML stuff. Like I don't want to deal with that. Speaking of childish, Skibbity Toilet. No, it's not. I think this is in the it's indie category. Because technically it does have a lore, but it is kind of this sprawling mess that's just being milked. It's getting better technically. I mean, it's really tough to differentiate the negative social impact, the negative cultural impact the show has had. Ugh. Like, no. Wait, why are people mad about Skibbity Toilet being low? I wasn't expecting that. Well, I don't even know if I like this is one you definitely I think this is probably one of the pieces of media of all time. Not only that, but it's one of the toughest pieces of media of all to separate the art from fandom of all time, because the cultural impact is more well known from like the whole joke of like Skibbity Sigma is like no one even knows what the fuck Skibbity Toilet is, that they just know it's something that little kids are blabbering about due to parental unfiltered access. And it's genuinely like it represents something that isn't just like bad, but it's like genuinely harmful, because there's like kids everywhere who are their test scores are getting lower, ADHD rates are skyrocketing, their developmental years should not be watching YouTube Kids, or even though I definitely rather have them see Skibbity Toilet and their lore, um still probably just mind numbing. Like I think the bigger problem is just that parents let their iPads raise their kids, and they always use the excuse of, "Oh, when you'll be a parent, you'll understand. When you're a parent, you're gonna need a break from the kids. When you're a parent, your job is the kids. If you couldn't handle that, don't be a parent. You're gonna raise a serial killer who thinks that the Elsa Gate shit's normal, and then they're gonna fucking eat you when they're older because they haven't graduated middle school and they've developed every fucking fetish in the book." But regardless, Skibbity on its own, I think the consistency of relatively high quality episodes is interesting, and the fact that there is some abstract world building introduced through the lore, especially in the beginning, seeing people slowly dwindle, is like, objectively speaking, just removing my bias as much as I can, it's kind of good. I kind of appreciate it. Um, it is just dragged out though, so I can't really put it in good. Rhino and Red Bill. Man, you always love the Rhino and Red Bill. Who's Stealth and Kinkiji? Family friendly. Well, first tell that to the parents who just let their kids. At least I'm telling them not to do this stupid crap. At this point, random YouTubers like waving their finger and saying, "No, no, no! Pushing content farms are impressionable children. Bad. We're better fucking parents than these goddamn millennials are." Ugh. Okay. Rhino and Red Bill. You always want Rhino and Red Bill. Rhino and Red Bill. Rhino and Red Bill. Bro is obsessed with Rhino and Red Bill. Ugh. So. Oh. Okay. Oh God, what the heck happened? Okay. I'd honestly say it's definitely in. Well, first of all, the animation's like shockingly good. It is ridiculously good. The plot is pretty damn well structured. This is a genuine like TV show quality pilot. The animator, he's insane, and it's got some interesting twists and turns. Like it's definitely this is definitely good TV quality. It's like it looks better than TV quality. It looks so good. Animation quality of what's the creator's name again? Alex Henderson. It is so good, and the humor is actually pretty good here too. It's one of those things that's just good, solid, no questions asked. It's like just it is what it is. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. Definitely one of the streams of all time. Okay, what is the Brain Rock? The Brain Rock kids. It's Brain Rot, not Brain Rock. Brain Rock and Roll. That should be a rock and roll band name. Who is KJ? Another thing is, normally I'd be willing to just look up what they say in chat, but I don't think I'm going to get what I need with a 2 letter word. You're going to need to be more specific because, like, when I see KJ. What the? Oh, damn, I did get something. Well, sort of. Okay, so I was expecting KJ wouldn't specify it enough because it's just too abstract of a like 2 letters. Would it be too many different concepts? However, um, I'm I'm running into a different problem. I'm running into fundamental paper education syndrome. So I don't even know which one's the real one. Okay, there's like there's some fan animation, brain rot, content farms. So I'm not gonna go on an entire quest, unfortunately, to find out what's even real and just watch it on stream. So I am going to put that there. Yeah, it's just too much work to even figure out what that even is. I'm not gonna do that. I'm sorry. Like maybe I will eventually, but like, bruh. 50 in plus Incredibox mods. Is that the fucking Sprunky stuff? That's like the apotheosis of like that's not even brain rot. That's like brain tactical nuke. Is it June archive? What's that? June archive. And restoration project. Okay, it's one. So, I'm watching this. Okay, so I know this was a very seems quick of me to watch a show in 30 seconds, but I watched a couple episodes in 30 seconds because they're very short. This is this when I mean like well it's indie, this is like peak of what I mean well it's indie. This is indie. It's indie all right. It's just a bunch of weird incomprehensible flip notes. I don't really get it. I gotta move you guys back a bit because. Okay, let's do another bad one. First of all, I would pity this more until the YouTube copyright school. I mean, Happy Tree Friends is like, oh my god, it is. Oh, this is like the stuff you remember as a kid, where like all the other kids either try to traumatize each other with like showing them Happy Tree Friends type stuff. It's like, oh my god, it's like cute thing, but they lay edgy, and it is it's oh my god, it's the most substanceless show. This is our brain rot. This shit was ass. Oh my god, Happy Tree Friends. You get two emotions from it. You're either shocked, appalled, oh my god, cute thing, like gore, or by the time I was 12 and like I was seeing Newgrounds shows for years and years by that point and completely desensitized every time I saw like Mario say lay fuck word or do lay gore or something inappropriate, blah blah blah. I just remember someone recommending it to me again. Or like maybe I don't even know if I saw this as a kid. I just remember when I watched it for the first time, I just had the most blank stare because like oh my god, this is just that really bad joke from Family Guy of like Peter towing a whale and goring it for like a minute straight. Imagine an entire series. That's just the whole series. It is the most mind-numbingly boring thing ever. It is either boring or it's traumatizing. There isn't really anything clever or funny about the kills. I mean, they're a little clever, but then I remember catching myself like after seeing one episode. Then I started like as a 14-year-old by this point. Like I'm only 14 years old or 13 or something. I was able to predict how exactly they were going to get gored. Like not just when, but how, what would happen after, and how they panic and how things would go wrong. Like, oh, they're gonna throw the water, but oops, it's gasoline and they're gonna explode. It's so original. Like, oh my god. Oh god, Happy Tree Friends. I'm sure people have nostalgia for it. Oh my god, I'm glad I've never really been too nostalgia blinded. I think, like, I don't want to sound arrogant, but I think there's one thing I've tried avoiding doing. I've always tried avoiding nostalgia blindness because, oh my god, this series is just, this is the worst. And even if you like Happy Tree Friends, remember they were hired to help YouTube with YouTube Copyright School. And now you can hate them as much as me. Oh my god. Oh, god, I hate Happy Tree Friends. It is the middest of mid. God, it is. I hate Happy Tree Friends. Ah, I hate Happy Tree Friends. Okay. Battle for Dream Island. Is that the. I don't want Unk status. Why are you saying that like it's a reward? Well, I mean, the thing is like a lot of shows with cute or children's aesthetics that taken a dark turn greatly outshine it. Another thing to keep in mind was that Happy Tree Friends was like early 2010s, late 2000s. That was like the only thing on the internet was like, oh, look, a cute thing. Look at like Pokemon, Charmeleon. He's sick of his trainer's BS. He swear at him, and then he become gangster, shoot opponent Pokemon, and then have a funny fun time with their trainer's mom. It's so haha funny. It's just so substanceless. And like people, I get there's definitely a lot of reasonable criticism towards like Hazbin Hotel, Hell of a Boss type stuff. But I think it's just crazy that a lot of people who do go after those shows for it are Newgrounds fans. It's like look in the fucking mirror for 10 seconds, and every zit you've had is from you laughing at Le Funny Mario saying the fuck word 80 times in 10 seconds. You are not. Like, there's always this weird superiority complex people tend to have about, like, I don't know, about just arbitrary stuff that isn't even different. It's just like, my God. Um, Actually, Hell of a Boss is a weird one to rank as well. It's like Hell of a Boss. Um, the thing is that's tough about Hell of a Boss is if you want a show that is TV quality, it's Hell of a Boss. If you want a show that is good, it's not Hell of a Boss. This show, I'm gonna do something hilarious. Fuck it. I can't not do. I can't even split the difference, man. It's just, oh my god. Oh, hell of a boss. The fuck's wrong with this show? I don't even know if it's like the difference of season one or season two. Because, like, I really do hate season two. But, God, I hate season two. Though, I feel like it was very healthy for me to, like, because of this news about a new Avatar The Last Airbender show, I've been looking at Korra and stuff. Um, Hell of a season two. Like, it's a really bad season two, especially compared to the original. But Legend of Korra season two is much, it's so much worse as a season two. I know it's a weird comparison, but I mean, I can't really compare this to any other indie show with a second season because like they don't get second seasons usually, at least ones that are semi-serialized and professional. I think objectively, so objectively, it's like here. Subjectively, I really not a fan of this show because like I'd at least put it here, but the lengths they're going to just justify the actions of some of these characters is like not only are they deliberately sacrificing the writing by like making everyone as two-dimensional, not just two-dimensional, but incompetent and boring as possible. Like you can have good villains. These villains are terrible. Not only are they two-dimensional, but like they're two-dimensional in a bad way. Like we can compare like I don't know, Big Jack Horner to Stella. Like, oh, they're both spoiled brats who are just kind of entitled and just are evil for the sake of being evil. Big Jack Horner actually progressed the plot and was a threat. Stella's so dumb that she was kicked out of her own like she's not even fit to be the antagonist of her own storyline anymore. It's just crazy. I mean, Big Jack Horner also had to contest with two other antagonists, but they were also good. But Stella's like, and it's not even like the Ludo thing where they have a purposely incompetent villain that gets upstaged. Like that's a thing that happens. Like Stella never really had enough attempts to do it. She like tried to be an antagonist, like an active antagonist one time before she was upstaged. But she had actual presence multiple different times. But you can't even have her be a silly, goofy idiot because they have this super serious scene where she's this abuser and she likes tormenting you. And then she gets upstaged by Andrelphus, another two-dimensional evil bad guy who's kind of like Scar. You know, Scar from Disney, Lion King, such a good villain. He's very simple, but he's very charismatic, and his plan is actually pretty logical and sound. Andrelphus's plan is the stupidest thing on planet Earth and makes no sense. And he's an idiot, and he gets no diffed by a powerless Stolas, and then he somehow acts like, oh, it would be an embarrassing defeat to be defeated by the lower class. Except the lower class didn't even do anything to him. They like scratched his neck once, but other than that, like his fucking Pokemon was just low diffing all of them. Like Stolas beat him the fuck up. Octavia was the one who stopped him. Like this was a win for the higher class. The higher class are way better than the lower class. And of course, the fucking ship, the stupid dark romance thing where they're trying to make Solus into either at least a complicated romance or maybe even the good guy, the victim, and they just bend the world to just justify in the most childish ways. And it's just like every episode that was good in season one is being either ruined or used against the quality of the show itself. It's like why even continue the show if you just express like you don't want to continue it, because clearly like it's not even recontextualizing, it's just ignoring it. If you want to compare it to like BoJack Horseman, like I know they want to, it's like if everyone that BoJack betrayed, it's like imagine if like Sarah Lynn or the guy from the Telescope. I'm referencing too many shows. Not everyone's gonna get this. God dang it! It's imagine if they were all like, if like BoJack was told he sucked, but all the people who kept telling him he sucked were rapists. Like because I'm not even like exaggerating because they all are somehow in this fucking show. Like Verosica, like that was just a side joke. I missed it the first time I watched the episode, but no, she's just like she and her gang just like violated Moxie as a joke, and then it's like she's seriously scolding him in the I hate you party that she has every year, and it's like this is an embarrassment. This is like I can't excuse it. Like I really can't excuse it. But technically, it's got a full story, professional grade voice acting, professional grade animation, very long episodes, which is important because animators can do professional. Like it's not like don't want to say easy, but it's almost impossible to do a full length episode as an animator because it's just so intensive and there's so many frames that you have to do like shorts like 2 to 3 minutes long if you want good animation quality. But this series has been consistently amazing to look at. And another thing I do appreciate about season two is it doesn't force itself to have a set amount of time. If they want a longer episode or a shorter episode, they don't force it. They don't force it, which is also good. It's an advantage it has over TV quality where it's either locked in to be 11 to 22 minutes. But oh my god, this show. God. And it's like so I went from kind of defending it because a lot of the criticism is bad faith, and it's still bad faith. A lot of the criticism towards the show is like a bunch of nitpicking nerds who just kind of infer what they want to infer. And maybe I am too, because I feel gaslit by how crazy the ending was. Like, it's not the worst episode, but like the intent of like basically being like, okay, guys, we really need to make Stolas into a sympathetic uwu boy. Let's just double down on our plotline that accidentally shows that cheating is good and just have Blitzo fucking say it and have him be sad and be like, cheating isn't that bad. Man, I can kill any family ever, but if they're cheating, oh, that's just too much. Millie be like, oh no, we kill people all the time. Yick yak, yick yak. And Moxie's like, oh, shut up. Shut up, Moxie's wife. You are pregnant and stupid. Bleh. Like, okay, 1 second, 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. Had to deal with some stuff. Yada yada. Wish I had a thingy-majiggy. Oh yeah, but so someone in the chat said that they left at episode 7. Weren't sure if they could handle more than that. Now, the funny thing is, I don't remember which one was season 2, episode 7, but whatever it was, like it is completely reasonable to like dip by that point. Just I know, like because like there was like 2 okay episodes in the season, and they weren't even about what the season was about. And even they were really flawed. They were probably on the lower end of season 1's quality anyways. Like what was season 2 episode? I need to find that out now. Hell of a Boss season 2 episode 7. Which one was that? Mammon's that was the best episode of the season 2. That was the best episode of season 2. The first result is a redditor asking, "Is episode 7 considered the best episode in season 2?" I think it's really funny that you quit after that one, not even because it's like ironic or wrong or anything, just because reasonable crash out that series, like even that episode is the best of season 2. And there's a lot of things about that episode that pissed me off. The fact that like it's portrayed as this horribly abusive contract, but it's like you work once a year and you're compete and like Vivzy does the thing she likes to do with the villains, and the glamour twins are like supposed to be as unlikable as possible for no reason, but she doesn't even do a good job at that because like they're the underdogs in the story. They're just competing. They're just competitors, and they're newer. So it's like, why does that matter? Um, some of the stuff was just really corny. I couldn't handle Ozzy's song. The voice cracks in Fizzy's song kind of blew. Ugh. Um, the stalker plot was. I didn't like it at the time. I like it more in hindsight. I kind of understand what they're trying to do a bit more now. The fact that it's just not related to the main series. Oh yeah, another thing is like, oh, Toxic Boss is so bad in the show about Hell of a Boss, where we follow someone just be 10 times worse than Maman to Moxie the whole time. There was an entire month where they were working without pay because Blitz was depressed. And also all of like Vivian Madrano's haters, they always point to Ghostfuckers as being the best episode of the show. Why? Well, because it was written by Brandon Rogers. That episode is also trash. That episode is not even close to the best episode of season 2. It has all of the same problem. It was like a repackage of Unhappy Campers. You're telling me that a repackage of Unhappy Campers with an even more tedious beginning is one of the best episodes of season 2? It's better than Unhappy Campers, but everything's better than Unhappy Campers because that's the worst episode ever. Like that episode was just trash. Like it's like I can't even like people can't even say the name. It's so, and like people talk about like yes, Millie was written better than Fibsy. Pop always wrote Millie, but everything else is like I mean Blitzo. He's just like going through the same arc again, and the pacing and the structure's terrible. This first 7 minutes of just like him sexually harassing people and larping as someone who is larping as a woman because I guess there's some sort of I get it. Like that's what Brandon Rogers' brand of comedy is, but like it's just not funny. It's tedious. It's if it was ironically, it's just peak if it was written by Vivzy Pop because every 2 seconds they're saying ghost fuckers, but need a butt, gay, sex, bah. Every few seconds, and then just like immediate no transition to just the most over the top tragic crash out. Blitz is describing his feelings. Oh my god, everything I touch is bad and I destroy everything. And oh my god, my mommy, she's melting. Ah. It's like we've seen this a bunch before, and it's like it's so redundant that they resolve at the end that like, you know what, Millie? I don't want to coerce you and Moxie to be in a threesome with me. Like, oh, that's so sweet. Great. Good to know. I have to leave it in both because I want my feelings to be heard. I want my feelings for the show, but like objectively, it's also good TV quality. So there we go. I'm just okay. So what I mean by objectively speaking is like judging it as if it was a TV show. This show, you wouldn't have to really change anything to put on TV. Even a lot of the other really good shows, you'd have to rehaul the plots and storyboards and make them TV quality. You'd have to amp up the animation, have to hire some actual voice acting. You'd have to make more episodes than just two. You'd have to like as a product, not judging it as a piece of art, judging it as a product. It is ready to be shipped if we were to put it on TV. It is ready to be shipped if we, but the others are not ready to be shipped. I'm silent yelling. Am I too far from the mic? Oh my god, Katie deleted her video. No way, guys. Wait, someone actually said that in chat. Wait, unironically, that's becoming a meme because everyone just keeps commenting on the video I uploaded. Everybody keeps commenting. Like, I kind of figured that. That's why I upload the video, guy. Lily, yes, I know. Kate deleted her videos. Okay, she deleted all of her. That is an update. I mean, I addressed that one too, in the most recent fundamental paper education video. Though, still though, it is like a bit of a meme of like how everyone's alerting me. I feel really bad for Katie, like, which genuinely is a good thing. Though I'm just keep in mind from my perspective, I'm seeing like 90% of my notifications are either people like, and I'm getting like a lot of notifications every day. Well, I mean, the standard for television may or may not have diminished over the years, but objectively speaking, like 11 to 22-minute episodes, you get a bunch of episodes, like 10, maybe 8. You get seasons of them, you get a finale, you get a premiere. You have voice acting, you have sound design. Like, from a technical perspective, it is ready to be shipped. If you want to talk about the writing, I do kind of hate it. Pepin never dies. Who agrees with me? Sure thing, man. Why is Sprunky at the bottom? It's not, but it should be. Oh my god. This was not supposed to be the fundamental paper education channel, but whatever, I'm just doomed. It's not living, it can't die. That's pretty damn harsh, dude. But unless I made another one. I am trying to make that still. I think I really do fear that this multi-animator project will just freaking implode and something terrible will happen. Some drama's gonna come out. There's gonna be some miscommunication. Like, even though I make it very clear it's not gonna be paid, someone's gonna be like, well, animators need to be paid, and it's like, they do, but this is something you can choose to be paid for or not. I can't afford to pay. It's like, if you want to contribute to a animation project, you can. If you don't, and you don't have to do like really good animation, just like yeah. Okay, I yapped about that crap enough. What am I even doing? Yapologist. What's a good one to talk about? Internecion Cube. It's not complete. For those who don't know, this is basically the spiritual predecessor of Murder Drones. And it is... I like Murder Drones a bit more. I mean, this one's really good, dramatically speaking. It's like kind of... It's got a good amount of tension. Like, it's kind of like episode 2 of Murder Drones, just for the entire time. But it's just... If you've seen like Liam Vickers' other projects, like this got the same character archetypes of loser, skinny nerd, creepy manic woman, creepy dry woman, you know. That's kind or like it's either creepy dry woman or creepy dominant woman. Um yeah, I it's very the concept or high concept they're interesting. Unfortunately, it's a storyboard more than anything and was not completed. I think the cliffhanger kind of makes me happy it wasn't because it was like instead of a cool cliffhanger, it left off at like them in a McDonald's. Like the chemistry was really good between the characters and it was kind of disturbing, but it's a bit too anime and like the cliffhanger was like a bunch of anime parodies and it's like I don't care, bro. So I'm glad it was replaced with Murder Drones, which is good TV quality. It makes no fucking sense. If I could understand the plot ever, I'd probably put it in Masterpiece. It's the only one on here that is definitively completed. It is a complete package. It had an ending. And as I predicted like fucking clockwork, people were going to be crashing out over the ending no matter how good it was. And one thing I didn't really address about the ending before it came out, because yes, once again, I made a video on the ending before it came out, which is hilarious. Um, it was like a little bit before it came out too, so that everyone who I knew were gonna be pissed about the ending would see my video that was posted like an hour before the ending dropped and be like, "What?" But anyways, one thing I didn't really address, which I should have, was more specific towards Murder Drones. Now every ending pisses people off, but one thing I kind of noticed with Murder Drones is like I feel like people just are in this perpetual phase of let the show cook, let the show cook. I love the show, let the show cook. You don't have media literacy. They're going to address it. Let the show cook. Oh, the ending didn't address fucking anything. Okay, let's blame it all on the ending. You ruined the show. No, 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 no. Okay, look, man. I grew up with all the other Teen Titans Go haters crashing out, realizing that the last episode of Teen Titans was absolute doo doo poo poo. But, but, but I also grew up and I realized that it's not just the ending. Sometimes, well, okay, actually, in the Teen Titans case, it absolutely was the ending because like like everything important in the show was resolved and their last episode was just let's have a bunch of random cliffhangers and reopen closed plot lines and never resolve them because we're doo doo poo poo. Like, I mean, come on, guys, that's kind of stupid. Let's be real. Let's be on God for real, for real. But like, I've been seeing this with other shows, with like Murder Drones and recently Jujutsu Kaisen, where they just have plot lines that are not really making sense. In Murder Drone's case, the entire series, like I kind of gave up on like the cohesiveness by the camping episode because not only was it just like I couldn't even tell like if I skipped an episode, it just jumped around all the time and they kept introducing plot points. I'm supposed to pause the screen to read the plot points, and it's like, what's the solver? What is that? And I'm thinking I'm missing something. I'm thinking I don't have media literacy, but no, apparently the entire fandom was confused by the end. They just only realized that their show didn't make any fucking sense at the end. But no, it didn't make any sense from episode one. Even the ending of the pilot, it got confusing because like they randomly veered in to like Uzi going to destroy the human race, and then that was dropped immediately next episode, and then it's implied that the human race has already been killed. I don't know. It's such a confusing show. It is entertaining. It's got a lot of charm. The characters are very well developed. That's good. The humor's good, and I kind of fucked with the themes by the end, but it also just had this problem of tone. The fourth episode, the camping episode, I straight up had to like quit and take a break from the show entirely. Um, I think it's a more entertaining show than Hell of a Boss, and I like it a lot more. But I think like Hell of a Boss just kind of functions a bit better because like we see characters getting killed by by what we thought were the main antagonists, who they're just like they made an entire world built around don't let the murder drones in, and then they just have them lead them in a field trip and they know it and they don't care that they're killing kids, and it's like, okay, what do you like? I get dark humor, but like what even are the stakes? What are the stakes? What are the goals? What are the motivations? We don't know that because it's just overly silly, man. It's a bit too silly. It's a bit too silly, haha, dare I say. Like, I mean, it is a completed season, so I think that puts it in. It's good animation, and it has an arc and a story. So I think it is. It's comparable to TV. Don't know how it is comparable to TV, but it makes no sense. Actually, I might have to drop it down to good. I think I gotta drop it down to good. No, it makes no sense. It makes no sense, man. Orphan Obliterator, 10 out of 10. Gotta go. Sorry, Poopas. No, Poopas. You stay right here. Kids don't deserve to be paid. Everyone in the chat spam the smart aleck when child labor gif. Reanimate like Shrek Retold. Oh God, that's way too ambitious. Why does this kid always forget that he's a kid? Whatever. Domain expansion cafe. Cookie Run Kingdom, is that like the one show where like fangirls are like, oh my god, what an attractive DILF cookie. And it's like a cookie, it's like, okay. Cuckoo birds. Bing down da f. The fuck does that mean? What? Bang down da f. Bing down da f. You forget you're a kid. What does bing down da f mean? Oh my god, bro. Oh my god, bro. I'm crashing out, bro. Bro, I'm about to crash out. What is cuckoo birds? Cuckoo birds. That's just a. Let me see.
Everyone knows the call, but hardly anyone actually knows who's behind it.
Wait a second. Wait. I see. Where's the cuckoo bird? Oh, I can't switch to that window anymore. That sucks. Okay, well, I only found a nature documentary. Not gonna rank it. Sorry, bro. Bring down the crash occasions. Cuckoo birds is your book. I mean, I don't know, bro. Monkey wrench. On one hand, monkey wrench. I feel like I need another tier because I'm not even that enthusiastic about the good TV quality in hindsight. I guess this one kind of doesn't even count. And this one I'm biased towards. Maybe this list is almost a bit too objective. It feels weird putting Monkey Wrench as our first masterpiece. Because I like it, but I don't know if I like it that much. Yeah, yeah, I don't know. I don't think I like it that much. I like it, but I don't like it that much. But it's just like, I like it more than these three. I mean, it's a show, unlike the first two in good TV quality. And it's like a good show, unlike the third one. I think the problem isn't that I have too many or too little categories. I think I just kind of devalue the meaning of good TV quality, honestly. Before I become Chinese Trump, what the fuck? What does that even mean? What the chat's weird. Whenever I say something really out of pocket, I'm just reading chat, guys. Just don't take me out of funny context. Don't cancel me on X.com or I guess BlueSky.com, or actually cancel culture doesn't really exist much anymore. The internet's getting a lot more peaceful, I've noticed, which I actually kind of appreciate. Like Reddit's in their echo chamber, kind of like trying to break out, but also just like closing off the doors more. Like it's kind of I kind of like the direction actually. I'd say Monkey Wrench is like the most solid functional show on here so far. It's like good. It's just got like whatever you want in a TV show, it has it. And this is the one show on here that I think you can just show any normal person. Like if you want to show your parents, if you want to show your college friends, it's like, hey, that's pretty good. It's just a nice little sci-fi adventure with good characters, good colors, good action, good comedy, good plot progression, good character development, good voice acting. It's like not masterpiece. The animation's great, and I think I was a bit too harsh on the color schemes in the original review of it. They are much prettier than I don't really like that review actually. But yeah, this is it's the most normal, solid show on here, I'd say. Um, so someone kept wanting me to review Irma, which is about like some like random goth kid from like the TV and her really attractive goth mom, and some guy who just like scored way too high for his weight class, let's just say, who's the dad. And it's like it doesn't have any dialogue. It's got some good show don't tell. Um, it's solid, I guess. It's solid. It's just not really my thing, I guess. That's all I'll have to say there. I mean, the narrative itself does focus more, like it kind of functions a bit better than a spooky month right now, which like I still don't understand. Like no one's talking about a spooky month as like I don't really get what's going on spooky month. They're bring back all the main conflicts from the first four episodes, except now we're supposed to take them seriously. Like usually with like Cerberus syndrome, you bring in new villains who weren't absolute jokes before. That still confuses me. I'm sorry. I know it's sacrilegious. I know it's sacrilege. Um, I know. I'm a fraud. I'm a fraud. Yeah, what is Chinese Trump? Does he actually say that? I don't know. Hmm. Oh God, let's just get this one over with. This is a weird one. On Gazelle gets some Dutch cartoon about some socially anxious girl, a socially extroverted adoptive sibling, and a racist sibling, Japanese Uncle Ruckus redhead sibling. It's let's just say 4chan culture really loves this show. I don't know how else to describe it there. It's a solid. It develops the characters very well for a single pilot. It's a shame it got destroyed because of said 4chan culture. Like creators just kind of done. Like people are like, "Oh, why does the creator hate their fandom? The fandom built it for you, man." And it's like you look at the fandom and it's like just unironic racism, and it's like, gee, I fucking wonder. It's like the fuck. It's a good show though. I mean, ignoring the ignoring that, which is like, God, it's got good humor, but it's a very good demonstration of social anxiety with some good shock humor, which is why it got the fan base it did. Check it out. It's good. That's good. Let me put that in good TV quality. I guess Lackadaisy is that too. Is it a masterpiece? I am a bigot towards furries. I don't know. I guess the furries will win again. And I'll probably end up being on the streets drawing furry NSFW for $30 in some fucking horrible future timeline. But regardless, Lackadaisy, I feel like it's like one of the few shows that actually knows how to be slow paced. It's like a breather after everything else. It's very pretty animation and does establish characters quite well. I'm The thing is, the prohibition setting is just an interesting concept, and it's nice to have a show that's actually chill. Okay, I like the chill vibes, even when there's like panicky. Like it's weird to say that when there's like a quirky girl, there's like a guy who's got like BPD who has a Tommy gun, and then there's another guy with BPD who has lots of dynamite. And somehow it's like one of the most chill shows on the list. I don't know how, bro. Have I tried Dialga? I used to be a Palkia guy when I was a kid back in like the whenever Diamond and Pearl came out. I was a Palkia kid because it's like, ooh, bipedal dragon. That must mean badass, cool. But Dialga's a better design, honestly. Yeah. Can I do Katie's other animations? Well, I'm judging shows right now. Um, and they were all kind of part of the Katie verse, but also it's really tough to find them because as I've been informed many times, she deleted her other videos, though there are archives. But but this right here, that this is a representation of the Katie verse. Even though a lot of them are just like little OC animatics, a lot of creators these days do have like their own OCs and like popular songs being angsty and stuff. Uh the forest plot was kind of interesting. Don't know exactly what's happening there. Man, I wish I could put this here, but I have to actually put this here. Harry Partridge is like kind of the textbook example of animators who take forever to do stuff because they just work too hard. They work really fucking hard, but it's kind of bad. It's kind of because they never get it done. And he has to make a comic which looks pretty good. It's it's a good homage to like the raunchy like 80s style raunch. And Harry Partridge clearly grew up with 80s style stuff. Starbarians is basically just about space barbarians who are just ultraviolet mercenaries who are just giga chads, and like every single movement is like, I don't know, 1,000 frames per second or something. I swear to God. Unfortunately, I feel like this show is never gonna get finished, so I have to put in not completed. It's a very raunchy show, but it's a good one. It's a good kind of raunch. I like it, but I don't think. I'm glad he's at least trying to finish it via comics, if that's the goal. Alan Becker. Was that the guy who made the Buffalo Bill thing? Yo, Red 1286, what's your question? Oh yeah, it's gonna take forever to catch up with chat. Okay. Okay, what else? What else? What else? Ow, my knee. Oh, the pain. It burns. Salad fingers. Interesting world building. I don't really care about. It feels like it's kind of like the show equivalent of slowly peeling off like watching someone peel off nails is like slightly uncomfortable the whole time. It is better. I mean, like if you want shock value, it's got substance unlike Happy Tree Friends. I'll put it in good. I'll put it in good, It's not my thing though. It's not my thing. It's just kind of uncomfortable. I don't like it. Oh, wait a second. The Charlie Unicorn series. Analog horror. Yeah, that could be interesting, actually. I mean, dude, I remember when the creepy pasta boom came out. Like, I was like fucking 12 years old, and I was already thinking that I'm too old for that stuff. And now it's like there's analog horrors. Oh god, they're so goofy. They're just so goofy. They're so goofy. Like, oh my god. If you want, here's something. Oh my god. So one thing really funny. Oh my god. Oh my god. So if you want something funny, I think like there are three different. There's almost been like three different phases of urban legend horror for the past 10 years. I think the best ones are the ones that are like genuinely urban legends. The like those are my favorite stories. The ones that you could believe are real, almost kind of weird part of you kind of wants them to be real. A really good example of that I love is like there's this game called Mugen where people could upload their fighting characters and it just became a rat race of finding the most broken character possible. And like there's there was an urban legend of one of these that just was so broken, like it was just a fucking virus that killed your PC. It just destroyed your PC. And that is a hilarious analog horror. Oh my god. Actually, that could be terrifying if done well. If it was like from the perspective of like someone like hiding in the floorboards, that could be terrifying. That could be so scary, dude. That could be just if it's done right, that could be scary. That could be like actually a grown ass man shitting himself scary, not like these silly jump scares like, oh, the Sonic, he's got the blood eyes. He is God and he is Zolga and he can low diff the multiverse. No, that's like good horror. I could imagine. Ooh, and it's like all on some grainy radio recording. That could be terrifying. Like if you're just like some Holocaust survivor and you're like from under the floorboards trying to survive, that is scary. Dude, that is scary. That actually is a scary concept. Like I was laughing at first because it seemed so tasteless, which it is tasteless, absolutely. But that could be terrifying. What was I talking about earlier? I was talking about something else. Oh yeah, SCP. That's right. Oh my god, this one. Separate art from artist, separate art from artist, separate art from artist. Larry Bong, SCP. Ugh. Separate art from artist, 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 separate art from artist. Okay, there was a really peak um SCP show. Now I don't have to separate art from artist too much because the artist crashed out by the end due to some of the drama behind the scenes and made the worst ending of all time. Uh no joke. No joke. Just he just because this was the SCP show, which was like the late 2010s horror phenomenon, where that's like SCPs are basically like scientists find these really broken, horrifying, and weird, quirky characters and lock them up. The cool thing about SCP was the variety, so that you like, yeah, there's some broken, overpowered characters that are stupid. That's like, ooh, this crocodile can resist reality warping. Like, what the fuck? Who the fuck comes up with that? Why would you even test that for a science? That's stupid. Or you have some who's like, Zolgo, I am devil. Blah, I'm the devil. I'm contained by scientists somehow. I'm the devil. I'm so powerful and edgy. Blah, blah, blah. Like, fuck that. But there's also just cool, quirky ones. Like, I don't know, just random and like quirky things. There's like some ones that are actually kind of scary that like teleport behind that like kind of are based off of the angels from Doctor Who. Those were pretty cool. But this was a series that was kind of like taking the concept of like one guy who just was used to test all of these SCP monsters, and he was just trying to find his place in the world. That was really good. Um, then some drama involving a YouTuber quite, some false allegations. The creator of this throwing his show away to defend the false allegations and double down even after proven wrong. But then I bring all that up because it is relevant. Because instead of ending it like he was kind of we were hoping he would, he just decided to make uh is there even a safer work like way to describe it? Because he just it's like just it's just like there's no two buts about it. Like I'm not even exaggerating. He just made the ending like some weird porno. Like that might sound shocking, but I was shocked when I heard. I was thinking, oh, the internet always exaggerates. There's always a bunch of prudes. It's probably not that bad. It's probably just has some gross fan service, but it has an actual. No, it was just a porno. It was like it kept trying to upload to YouTube and it keeps getting banned for nudity, I think, or maybe it gets taken down. But no, it's just a fucking porno. And it's like not even an ethical seeming one. Like I'm not gonna go into the details, but somehow it may I think it is the worst ending I've ever seen. Just and I there are some bad endings out there. There are some bad endings. There are some real bad endings, but like just kind of a spiteful porno ending. You can't really get much worse than that. Like, goddamn. Like, that's just like, I'm not even exaggerating. It just was. What the freak? Yeah, kids, stop watching, bro. Stop watching, kids. Whatever. But reproductional, maybe the. Uh, corno. Corny with the corno. I guess. I do hate the YouTube censorship words. Mr. Bad Guy, if you watch it, I'm going to ban you. Nope. I'm putting it in. Nah, screw it. I'm putting you in timeout. No. Edgy ass kid always talking, bragging about. No, fucking A. Oh, I'm not a kid. I'm 14. Oh, you mentioned porno. Let me watch it. No, fuck off, kid. Get out of here. Get out of here. Like, be responsible. Jesus. Like, I swear to God, that's all this kid does. Is like, just I don't want to be responsible for any of that crap. Jesus Christ. Why? Why is that your response, dude? Rip. I don't even feel bad, okay? I don't even feel like that was an unreasonable crash shot, okay? Like I swear to God, that's all that kid does. That he just always ah, dude, like why? It's so frustrating. Like it's one thing. I mean, like my channel isn't like for kids. Like kids happen to watch, but that is unfortunately the fate of like every YouTuber on planet Earth. Kids watch stuff they're not supposed to. But like if you're gonna do that, don't like make it so don't like talk about stuff out loud and then like make it my problem. Just for God's sakes, at least let me be ignorant. Like I don't want to have to fucking babysit a bunch of strangers. Like, troll me all you want. That's funny. It's at least funny to be like get a billion messages of like, guys, did you know Katie deleted FPE for the billionth time? That's funny. But like stuff like that is like no. Like I mean, YouTubers are already like good YouTubers at least are already having to tiptoe because the environment is so hostile. It's like the environment is already hostile because there's so many bad actors. Like there are just so many bad actors, and then you have all these like self-righteous fucking warriors go into every Discord and they like find a single like sex joke, and it's like, oh my god, there's a kid here and there's a sex joke here. That groomer, groomer, groomer. It's like like I don't want to have to fucking hover just to save my own reputation. Like it's not my fault that like 30,000 people are now sub to me. I can't fucking micromanage all of them, okay? 12 is too young, but I at least, you know what? I appreciate you saying that you're going to be responsible. You know what? Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my god, and like I've told that kid off about that stuff like 5 times. Like stop making it my problem, dude. Though oh my god. Why is it's always a red flag when like kids also talk about how mature they are. It's like it's fine to not be mature. Just don't brag about it cuz like people I'm so sick of this, bro. I'm sorry. I'm not that angry. It's a little it's fine. It is just a little it's like something that shouldn't be. It's such a weird thing to be an issue with like a quote unquote job. I'm not really getting paid for it, but like I will be in March, hopefully. It is just very it's annoying because it's like you end up getting like you have to be responsible for a billion people, but there's just a small enough amount here that it's feasible for me to like pay attention to that stuff. I want to make stuff for me. I want to make stuff for other people too, but I don't really want to just hold my stuff to kids and then it's like they just say the stuff that like they don't get in trouble. I'm the one who'll pay the consequences. Like I try to be responsible. I do what I can do. Okay, like I'm not perfect, but I'm just one guy. I'm just one guy. Okay, so yep. I guess it is like thank you, Moon Melon. Yeah, I do think it does. Like I do think it does. Okay, Mr. Bad Guy don't view stuff like that. Obviously, if I talk, if like shouldn't even I mean, I mention it in passing, but just obviously don't watch it. And if you do watch it, don't make it my problem. Like it's just because I'll get in trouble for that stuff. Like, but regardless, so that's all I have to say there. But regardless, yeah, it is just like I do think it does say at least good things. I do at least try. I do try pretty hard to make the right decisions and to separate, like make my audience as safe as I can. But once again, as I can, if your expectations are like someone's going to be responsible for everyone in their audience, you're stupid. Dude, you say you realize you're a kid like every day. Whatever. Okay, okay, moving on with the list. I swear to God, I have these. Uh, okay. I'm looking at this tier list and I do think I'm trying a bit too hard to be objective about it because like there's stuff in lower tiers. Like this one I'd probably put in indie tier, but Interstellar Ranger Commends, although I like it better than a lot of the stuff in good TV quality because it this has got some production issues. This animation is a little bit stilted, though visually it's probably because it's very detailed. It's got a lot of good shading. It's got a lot of good lighting. The art looks good. Unfortunately, that makes the animation suffer. I think I'm going to put in good TV quality anyways because I've seen more stilted shows anyways. And I really like it. Its training arc is taking a little too long. Interstellar Ranger Commence is basically about, a bunch of college student, college age anime characters training, and there's some good drama in it. It's fun. It's fun. It's by Brown Table. Characters are pretty. Just throwing that out there. I mean, I do think the character designs. I think that's the biggest problem so far. Is like I can't really tell characters apart. That like every two or three characters kind of look a little samey, and I think that could be helped if they have like more unique clothing, but they all wear the same training clothing too. So that's gonna make things difficult. Moon Melon, I'm just gonna they're power scaling autism now. I mean, I guess it depends on how you'd scale it. Like, is it the higher functioning you are, the bigger the number, or is it the worse you are, the bigger the number? Level one. I don't know what that means. About the Fermi pair. I don't even know what the fuck a Fermi paradox is. I'm not gonna pay attention to chat anymore. I'm just you guys do whatever you guys are doing. I don't want to know. I just don't want to know. It's not my problem. It is not my problem, dude. Um so I'm going to put Pomni and the Imp Machine in in Masterpiece. Now this is one that was really badly like its reputation's destroyed by content farms because it's like because like you see it's similar to Undertale in that like you have the cynical people who like whenever something popular comes along they gotta hate it, they gotta say it's for the kids, but like similar to Undertale this was like just so good that even cynical asshole people were like looking at it and like they want to shit on it for being popular and colorful and for the with a big fan and for the content farms and they look at it and they're like damn it, this is really good, why did it have to be so good? Gooseworks, peak, 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 absolute cinema. I so I'm of the opinion pilot's the best. Episode 4 is number 2. Um, the candy episode's number 3, and the horror episode's number 4, and they're all really good episodes. Still, they're all good. Like none of them are bad episodes. Like even the worst one of the show is like a 7 to 8 out of 10. It's pretty similar to third, the second worst, which is a 7 or 8 out of 10. I think the pilot is still just that just captured the imagination for a type of show that is such a unique tone. I can't get over the tone. The tone is so cool where it's like it manages to appear. It's like the best I've ever seen of turning cutesy thing into terrifying because it's psychological horror and it's so subtle about it. Because it subverts the loudness. That's the thing. Instead of subverting the innocence, it subverts the loudness. It subverts the loudness. So Kane's trying so hard to be exuberant. It's all colorful. But when he leaves, it's just vacant, empty. Everything just doesn't feel right. And you have to kind of make your own adventures a bit, but you don't have a choice and you feel trapped even if the masters wants you to be happy. It's really deep despite it appealing to kids absurdly, like with the colors. It's very good at appeal. Like episode 4 really kind of shows what the show really is about, which is like being a lost young adult trying to find meaning in a world that you kind of have to make it yourself, even if everyone treats you like a kid and tries to be like fake happy. Like that's kind of what it's about, which is why I mean, episode 3 and episode 2, you can kind of switch around a bit. I think episode 4 is definitely way better than those two, but it's just it develops like all the characters too, just such a good it harkens back to the psychology of the original. I think like the reason episode 3 is my least favorite is just it's not bad or anything. It's just it doesn't have like, yeah, everyone, like a lot of people like it more because it has a more traditional plot. I like it less because it has a more traditional plot. I like it less because it's just kind of, it's not really enough of a like a divulge into anyone's psychology like the others are. It is kind of like a very traditional character develops thing, which once again, not bad. It's a 7 or 8 out of 10 episode. It's still really good. It's still paced well, but it's just not as good as the others. I think it's just the whole show so far just fantastic. I kind of hope it has a really fucked up ending that traumatizes children all over the world because that'd be funny. And also because it is inspired by one of the most fucked up pieces of literature of all time. I have no mouth, but I must scream. It could go. I feel like one thing that's going to happen is someone's. I think one thing that's going to happen is I think Pomni is going to just be the only one stuck in the circus and everyone else is free. I think that's where they're heading. That's my theory. That's what I think is going to happen. I think that's going to happen. I'm pretty sure that's going to happen. I'm actually pretty confident. It's going to be a pretty bittersweet. I don't think they're going to do anything nearly as screwed up as the original book. I don't think that's possible, honestly. It's kind of like the original book just legit broke logic just to make something as messed up as possible. Like the aliens casually, like, okay. I mean, the robot, like, Am's casually, like, okay, so let me just make you a slime monster in pain, but you can't scream, but also immortal, but you can't do anything. But you have enough consciousness to remember everything, but you're also stupid. And it's like, okay, dude, we get it. You're a hater. This is a bit tedious, though. Like, we got it. We got the concept. I got the concept. So honestly, this could, I think, in terms of quality, it could definitely surpass the original since the original was a little too fast paced and it's just like a little edge lordy. Like even though it was like in the mid 20th century, it's kind of edge lordy. It is a little edge lordy. I have no scream in my mouth. Real. SMG4. Does that even count? That's like a shitpost series. I remember SMG4. I remember like I was such a cynical 14-year-old. I'm thinking, man, I'm a badass big kid now. I'm not gonna laugh at stupid funny Mario. And then I laughed at funny Mario so much I couldn't breathe. Mm. Happy Tree Friends, yep, that's just in bad. That's in the bad tier. I can't really excuse it, even if it's indie. It's just oh look a cute animal do gory thing just ad nauseum for hundreds of episodes. That's the most predictable show on the planet. It is so boring. I can't. I hate it. Lore. I do not care if Flippy is a war vet. The lore. I also don't like. I don't like the lore. I don't like the lore, man. I don't care. It's just it's all the lore doesn't matter, bro. The lore doesn't matter. They all just reset and are alive the next episode just to be maimed again because it's just this the whole show. It's just the whole show, bro. Just the whole show, bro. Okay, and I should not have saved this one for last because the Frollo show needs the most explanation, and I'm too tired. Oh my god, I real wow, this one needs so much explanation. It's cheating to even count this one, honestly. Okay, so ugh, Jesus, how do I make this one comprehensible? This one's the most obscure of the list. The Frollo Show is a YouTube poop series by Chincheras that has been going on for a decade. And it has some of the best editing on the entire platform. So much that it's basically animation. Oh, Punch Punch Forever. Yeah, I definitely should have added that one. It started as a shit post show. So YouTube poop veterans all know about the legend of Mobro Studios, who also had a series that kind of started out as a shit post show, but gradually kind of became better than YouTube poop. I mean, it kind of offended Mobro Studios when people said that this is like so good it's not even YouTube poop anymore, which is weird. But I hope he's doing good now. I really do. But this is kind of the same thing, but on steroids because he didn't end up abandoning the YouTube poop series, or I guess the Mobro Studios kind of concluded. I guess it's a conclusion. Um, the Frollo Show just started out as a simple YouTube poop series, but then it had a very disturbing and sprawling series of you like becoming more serious with intense ass lore. It kind of became terrifying. What is BFD? Brazil. Yo, love from Brazil. But I kind of want to talk about. I think I gotta make it. How do I even approach? Because it's been going on for like 12 years or something, and it's had several movies. But like it actually the thing is, unlike a lot of other shows that try to go from goofy to serious, this one kind of landed it. Unfortunately, OBS is being stupid right now. It's not letting me switch tabs. Unfortunately, I kind of want to talk about. Man, there's a lot of requests right now. Next level editing. Yeah, I know. I know this is riveting. Let me see. Oh shoot! It's paused in the background. When did pause? Okay, there we go. The music's back. I didn't even realize it was gone for like 10 minutes. Okay. I'm going to. He doesn't have that many subs, which is a shame. He actually got a lot of people who are like famous celebrities to even like cameo. So this isn't a part of the ranking. This is just the creator of the Frollo show. Please look him up. I'm not going to be able to do him justice on this stream. But here's what I can do to do him justice. It's not really animation, but it's the top. And I do some others, but this feels like a good place to end. This really does feel like a good place to end. Just, I can't really describe the Frollo show from Chincharinas, but damn, that shit's good. I think it's a bit more mature, so this is adults in the audience watch it, blah blah blah. You're not gonna listen anyways, whatever. Um, it's pretty. It gets intense for a YouTube poop series, and you could definitely tell how humble it started. But trust me, it gets good. It gets really, really, really good. Just if you take home anything from this stream, watch Chincharina. This dude's been on the platform for like 14 years, and I have more subs from him because I re-upload someone's video. That's a shame. That's an absolute shame. Please subscribe to Chincharina's. Oh my god, subscribe to Chincharina's. Watch the Frollo show. Come back to me and tell me about how fucking peak it was, okay? Man, oh god. Whoa. Woo. Peak absolute. Just, let me look it up. Absolute cinema. Absolute cinema. It's nigh incomprehensible. It is just. Whew, just absolute cinema, man. Absolute cinema. I think Battle for Dream Island, Fundamental. I love Fundamental Education. Wait. I thought the Frollo show ended. I thought the Frollo show ended. Wait, there's more? I thought it ended. Chat, I think I'm just gonna copy and paste that name. I'm not gonna try to type it. On the 23rd. Wait, there is more Frollo show? Oh, no way. I mean, I hyped it up talking about how much I like it, but it is very tough to describe and it's very confusing. So I don't know if I'll have enough context to really watch it because I'm a little rusty. I am a little rusty on it, but peak. Okay, dang. Well, I know what I'm gonna do tomorrow. But thanks for watching.